Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. This could be your person of interest, somebody that you sometimes think of, first person that comes to your mind. And if you don't know who this is, this reading may not resonate for you, but it also could be, when the cards come out, a person from your past who is thinking about you, who is missing you. Some of you like to hear that. Others of you I have seen do not. You don't want to deal with somebody from the past. However, this channel that I have, it does deal with the emotions and feelings of your person of interest. So that is what my main focus is as well. Some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past, could be even current. Some of you may be in a situationship. For others of you, it could simply be that you've exchanged glances and you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. Wow. Second chances. The way this card just flipped, definitely second chances. Somebody here wants a second chance in this connection, but they're so nervous. Very, very meaningful cards that just came out. So I do interpret these cards differently from what is in the original book that comes along. This is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Here we have justice followed by doubt, beliefs, boundaries, mothering, sexuality, death and rebirth, fear, and then we have nourishment under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I have certain reasons that I don't. And I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that we need. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel to provide some advice based on all that has come up today. There is a lot going on. You have here at least 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that I call slightly dark. This is your person of interest energy. But keep in mind, because of the intensity of these cards, some of you, Sagittarius, you may be feeling this as well. These feelings may just be shared. You may be mirroring each other. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Sagittarius, I want to make things right. So much has happened between us. I never truly valued you back then. All I would do and all that I've done is just take and take, while you have simply just given. But now I want to have an equal balance, an equal give and take. I want to contribute in this situation, in this connection, and be that person who can provide a better balance. But what I've done, I do have doubts. Doubts for the way that I have behaved. How are you going to react to that? Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to go? This doubt now has shed some light on a lack of truth, a lack of faith. Because of what I've done, I doubt that this connection may move forward. And one of the reasons why is we truly do have a lot of differences. You and I are very different. Our opinions, our ways of thought, our mindsets. We were born and brought up in very different ways. Raised quite differently. And we don't see eye to eye. We are not on the same page. When I try to discuss things, think of things, and I put myself in your shoes, the truth is I didn't do that before. I do that now, but a while ago I didn't do that. It was either my way or the highway. My beliefs are all that matters. I strongly feel for these things. And that is one of the reasons why I was unable to be the person that you wanted me to be. And because of the situation around us, the people around us, our circumstances, the external factors that exist, there has been distance. And there are differences between us. For this reason, the only thing I could possibly think of was to keep a distance from you itself. Put up these boundaries. Not speak to you, not talk to you. Maybe that might make the pain go away, but it's not helping. By keeping my distance, there is now a lack of closure. I don't understand how am I supposed to reach out to you and restart something. I don't know how. It scares me. I want to make things right because I see how nurturing you are. This nurturing feeling you have of care, love, protection, shelter. Everything about you is very soft, very gentle, very loving, kind. Unconditional love. What I do see here is that you have this ability of taking care of me, of anyone. This instinct that you have to take care of others is huge. And I admire that. Right now, I'm doubting that anything related to us, physically, intimately, I doubt that anything will come out of this. Things have changed. Ideas and opinions have changed. And my opinion of this is that this feeling that I have on a sexual level for you, I doubt that things are going to move forward. Anything related to creating a family moving forward, I doubt that that might happen because I'm afraid of what I've done to you. For this reason, I want a second chance. I have seen what things have been like in the past. The road was very rocky and bumpy, and I didn't know how to move on. But now I've learnt my lesson, and I want to move on. I want to be someone who's renewed. Put things in the past and leave them to the past. Start something more interesting, something better, something promising for the future. These are the lessons that I've learned. And even though we have our differences and we think differently, and the society we live in is different, and the people that are around us are different, some people don't want us to be together, I still want to give this a try. But I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I have nervousness, anxiety, sometimes even panic attacks. A long time ago, I used to be very confident, self-sufficient. There was a lot of self-esteem, a lot of security on the inside, but now there's insecurities. There's a lack of self-confidence. There's a lack of leadership. I do feel that in this connection, I need to be that person who can take the step forward and take that leap of faith, make things right, have that second chance. But because of the external factors around us that cause these problems and our own mindsets, my own mindset, I find it difficult to move on. I feel sometimes worthless and intimidated by this situation. I have used you in a way that you did not expect. And now when things became more real, when everything started resonating with me, now there's distance. And I deliberately keep this distance because I am afraid and I'm nervous. I fear you in a strange sort of way. I also feel that in this connection, It's time for me to recognize the good qualities and traits that you have always had. I see that you are someone who can fulfill me emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You are that type of person who can do that. I never realized this before. It's taken me a while to see this. But I see this now. And it is wonderful. Because I do want to be with you. It's just that we have a lot of history. And there's a lot of obstacles I need to overcome before I even reach out and make things right. All right, Sagittarius, what is going on? Some of you have some distance here. This distance is deliberate. There is fear. There's a sense of unworthiness, perhaps from a person of interest. They don't feel worthy enough to be with you. Why? Because somebody here may have been used, misused, become a victim of someone's desires, sexual desires. Somebody here may have been used. So there's a few storylines I am seeing here. Just take it as it resonates. At the end of the day, all I can say here, somebody wants to make things right, but there is doubt. There is a problem in terms of the way you think and they think, and you're not resonating on the same frequency. You're not on the same page. There is a sense of boundaries here. There's a distance. There is this feeling of unconditional love and wanting to have that love and sharing that love. However, something happened in the past which was very much materialistic related, could even be sexually related, intimately. Somebody here wants a second chance, but they are just simply afraid. They have fear. Some of my clients and subscribers and even viewers, you do sometimes mention that when somebody is with you and they want to start again, or they want to say something, you can actually feel that they're hiding something, right? That's your instinct. What's interesting is how accurate you are when you say these things and when you feel these things. So understand this. Listen to your intuition. When you feel something, there is a reason why you're feeling it. It's not just some random thought, okay? I see that this person wants to be with you, but they're absolutely scared, like really scared. And scared means that they're nervous. Why? Because they've done something that they are not proud of. All right. Let's move forward. Have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. All right. Here I have the Lover's Path Tarot is a deck that I look into to see what it is that may have occurred in the first place that caused this problem. What made this beautiful connection start to become sour? What happened? Okay. King of Coins. So some of you, eeks, that's a pretty intense card. Some of you may have felt very much, what do you call it? A lack of information, a lack of messages, a lack of closure. Somebody may have ghosted you. Here we have somebody who may still be in the connection, but your person of interest may just have decreased the amount of messages or talks that they would have with you. So this is like, decreased communication. You're wondering, are we still friends? What's going on? Are we together? What's going on? Somebody who has gone and there's a lack of closure. Somebody who has literally just simply ghosted you. So this is for those of you that may have gone through that type of a scenario or situation. And these cards I read in the reverse to see what was really going on in their mind. Here I look at the why. So why did they behave the way that they did? Why did they do what they did? Hopefully this will provide you some clarity, give you a better understanding of the situation. All right, so we have here how this individual at some point in time, they realized that they needed to be more realistic. Involvement with people who may promise more than they are able to deliver. Wow, I can't speak. Okay. Nervousness. That's what it was, right? Fear. This person's really feeling nervous. So here it's need to be more realistic. There's an involvement with people. This is you being involved with this person on some level who may have seemed promising in the beginning, but they were unable to deliver certain things that they had promised. Maybe they said, I'm going to achieve this by the end of this year, and they're still at home and you're still paying all the bills and they're not really doing much. So everybody has a different scenario. Everybody has a different problem, the reasons why they are in the situation that they're in right now. But what I do see here is that they had this lack of practicality when it comes to plans, realistic things, actual goals. Are they practical? Are they realistic? Here it simply says that this person was not able to deliver. They would overpromise, I think. That's that what's called. And they would not be able to deliver anything that they promised because they were not realistic. So that was clearly a problem. And this is somebody who's a king. So this is an individual, man or woman, who seemed to be, up here, like they actually seemed like they were great. But then when it came down to the true nature of them, it's like, oh wow, they are not really that mature. They are not that practical. They're not realistic. You saw some of the traits in them after they started behaving like this, and you realize that this person is not 100% what you thought they were. Some of you may have been confused because of this, and it's the lack of communication that occurs. Obviously, that's because of not you guys not communicating and them not telling you what their mindset is like. Now, why isn't somebody realistic? Sometimes it's because they have a lack of experience. Sometimes it's because they're just simply immature. Now, yes, you can be a king and still have that type of a mindset. What I'm seeing here, slightly the theme before, you had doubt, you had boundaries, you had fear, right? So what I'm seeing is hesitation. That is a key word. The theme for this reading is hesitation. Why didn't this person pursue you the way that you wanted them to? Why didn't you move forward with it? It's because of hesitation. That's why they were not realistic. It was all just fantasy land, foo-foo, thoughts and ideas and dreams, but they were not practical. Here we have the Three of Arrows. The Three of Arrows here, it's a very big card. I'm going to read the whole thing. This encompasses everything. So in terms of the positive aspects as well as the negative, the reverse. Here we have loss, sorrow, and feeling overly sensitive. A sharp pain in the heart and disappointments due to the end of a love relationship or friendship. A time of separation. This is sorrow that can enlighten or even debilitate an individual. Time is needed for healing. The need to transform this grief into understanding. And the reverse talks about overindulging in grief for the sake of drama. Slow easing of sorrow. So they want you to take pity on them. They genuinely are heartbroken. They don't like what's happened. They don't like the fact that there's distance. You had the boundaries card. Maybe they themselves have distanced themselves from you, right? But still, even though they're doing that, it is truly hurting them. It has hurt them in the past, and it's still hurting them. One of the issues we have here is the fact that they're trying to get out of this mindset, but they are unable to. Sometimes it just may be too intense for somebody, very traumatic. So they do not get out of that bubble. They are stuck in that bubble. They're not able to. That's what I see here with this person. What they're also doing is overindulging for the sake of drama. So it's not as if they really want to show and show people like, oh, look at how miserable I am. This person genuinely is miserable, and they're sad and they're upset over what has happened. And what they are unable to do is get out of that mindset. They're not able to, burst that bubble that they're stuck in right now. So I do see here in the past and even currently, this individual is kind of like stuck in a bubble, and that's their world. That's their belief. That's what they think. That's how they view things. This is why it was so difficult for the both of you, because you just weren't seeing eye to eye. I see that here. It does show that there has been struggle and a lack of the right kind of communication. All right. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. So with this deck, I have a look at what it is that your person of interest is going to do in terms of taking any action, any plans, any intentions they may have. Six of Pentacles. Interesting. Oh dear. The Lovers. For those of you who are here today, I do pick the top card. That is the way I read. I am going to let you know what the other cards are, however. We do have a Page of Swords and an Ace of Pentacles. Why do I pick the top card? I picked the top card because for me, I've noticed it is the most amount of energy that comes out. The most important piece of information is on the top. The others are like supplementary, but what happens is they can also pop up after I shuffle again. Sometimes it happens. If it's really meant to be, they will show up. If 10 cards fall, I do not read the 10 cards. Some people do, but that's not my style. Everybody has a different way of reading, and this is the way I read. Yeah, definitely restrictions. Definitely restrictions. So this could be for many of you a third-party situation where somebody here is having, oh, hell no. Okay. Opposite of hell no, hell yeah. This is a third-party situation. Something massive is going on here. Forbidden love and hesitation. Interesting. Wow. The majority of you, 73, maybe 73% of you, I'm getting the number. There's something definitely going on here. Oh my goodness, let me tell you. Okay, we have here the Six of Pentacles. This individual has realized that they do like you, they want to be with you, and they want to take you out. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, coffee, tea, whatever. They just want to hang out with you. But they have made their decision that they do want to engage in this type of behavior, this type of an outing with you. Now the next card is the Lovers. Okay, very interesting. The Lovers card here indicates that this individual, for some of you, not all of you, it is a third party situation. Third party could mean another human being that this person is pursuing, and maybe they're with somebody or the other person's with somebody. But it doesn't necessarily always mean another person. It could also simply mean that this person has priorities elsewhere. Maybe they have a job somewhere far away and they don't want to move to the other town. They're making a choice. There's a choice between you and the other job. Maybe they have restrictions because they need to be near their kids. They just had a divorce or something like that. So there's so many different types of scenarios. I just want to tell you that there's various types of third parties. So it's not necessarily always somebody that's, having an affair. Nope. It doesn't have to particularly be that. It could also be here that somebody is working with an individual or in some type of an area where they're dealing with each other, but they're not allowed to pursue a relationship because of what may be in a contract or what the other people around them may think. So this could also be work kind of situation where you have a crush on somebody, but you're not really allowed to pursue them due to other circumstances around you. Rival companies, people that may have, trade secrets, and somebody may sleep with someone and then get the information and just go. You know how it happens all in the movies, but sometimes these things do happen in real life too. So this is a third party kind of situation. There is a choice being made here, a choice between you And someone else or something else. Now, what's the issue? Why are they not pursuing you? They are literally caged. They are in a cage. This is what it feels like to them. 8 of Swords. We have here this individual cannot see anything. They cannot hear anything. Their arms, hands, legs, feet are tied. They cannot move. They are surrounded by swords, caged in a way, unable to move forward. Surrounding them, and in the distance, somebody was watching them like a hawk. And these are all external factors. Remember earlier when I talked about the beliefs card, I did mention the word factors. Here we do have internal factors that are causing the problems. This is internal, this individual's mindset themselves. That's their own mindset. But the other issue we have here is also external. This individual could possibly be with somebody or working in a place where people monitor them or they have some type of rules. What I'm seeing here is the problem that's occurring is that they do want the freedom, but they're unable to have it. Now, we also have here this irresistible person. That's you. This person finds you utterly irresistible. They find you highly sexy. They drool over you. They think you're just so damn hot. Interesting, they feel that you are someone who really gets them. You really understand them. You're one of those rare people that they've found that can empathize with them and really feel their emotions. They feel this, that you have this intuitive sense too. Now, again, we have here right on the bottom, that sneaky behavior, right? What is going on? There's restrictions, right? There's a choice being made. On top of that, somebody here is being super duper sneaky. Sneaky behavior comes with the 7 of Swords. This person is doing something and is planning on doing something in this connection that they're not supposed to be doing. Nobody is supposed to find out about it. Okay? So that's what's happening here. And if you find yourself stuck in this type of a situation, there's going to be quite a weight, because I don't see that they have truly made up their mind yet. And in all honesty, you know, you have to weigh the pros and cons. See, like, is this worth it? Are you going to be moving across the country or something like that, losing your job, only to find out later that this person really, truly did not love you, but they were just very lustful, right? You have the sexuality card, remember that. So be careful when it comes to this individual. Think twice about it. See the red flags if there's any, okay? We also have here the 5 of Pentacles. There's a part of this person that feels absolutely rejected and neglected, out in the cold, not knowing what to do, where to go, how to start this connection, feeling regretful, but also just feeling that nobody's there for them now. They feel alone. And you are that one person that makes them feel whole again. You make them feel as if they are something and someone special. But because of the circumstances and things that have happened, they're not really feeling this right now. Instead, they're trying to move on in a very clever and sneaky way, trying to get their thing, whatever they want. But I can tell you that it appears, the way the cards are coming out, it does not appear like a very healthy situation, Sag. I would recommend extreme caution with your heart, okay? Don't get into anything that may get you in trouble unless you're actually prepared for it, because this situation could get you into a lot of trouble. And that could mean with another person, a lover, 2 people, 3, 4 people, or it could also mean work related, something related to work. You're not supposed to do such things. Not supposed to be caught in the broom closet. Things like that. So much happens in so many places all around the world. Yep, just be careful. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. Okay. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, as well as Uriel. Excellent. The situation will improve. You had a second card that fell underneath. There is something better. Excellent. That goes hand in hand. I did say it's going to take a while. It does say a year from now. Now, some of you may be quite upset. Asnointia, you said this last year. Okay. This deck only has the maximum of up to 1 year. If it had, 4 years or 5 years into the future, then that would show up. But it doesn't. Every year, unfortunately, if this did happen last year, again, it's popped up. I don't want it to pop up again next year, but it can. There have been situations where people have met their twin flames or their person of interest after many years. Doesn't have to be all in the same month or few months. Because remember, this person also needs to change a little bit, right? That realistic part of them has to come through. Now we have here, it's up to you. Very interesting. That does talk about how in this connection there is going to be a choice. You'll be able to make a choice. All right. Interesting. We have here the situation will improve, and when it does, there's going to be something better, but you're not going to realize it or experience it until, for some of you, many months from now, or maybe even up until a year from now. You will recognize it and realize it only after some time. We also have here, a year from now, you will be receiving an opportunity. This opportunity could be, of course, of abundance, but because it's a love reading, you are going to be receiving an opportunity with a different person that's going to come into your life. If you are resonating with this reading, hopefully this part will resonate with you as well. And it'll come to fruition. But what I'm seeing here is that there is an opportunity a year from now, and you're going to have a choice. So it could be either between this person or somebody new that shows up in your life many months from now, and then you'll be like, oh, I have a choice. Then you have the choice. Then you have to make up your mind. So do have a look at which individual really, resonates with you, really understands you and appreciates you and respects you. Here we also have helpful people. Do talk to people who you may not think they're helpful, but there are some people out there that genuinely do and they would care for you. It's just that you haven't really truly reached out to them yet. 2 or 3 people maximum would sound great. We have here also within the next few months or year from now. So you'd have that here. You will be ready. Within the next few months, you'll be ready, but the opportunity that's going to come, it's going to be a year from now. By that time, you'll be ready. So you'll be ready emotionally, spiritually, and physically to tackle on whatever comes your way. Here we also have improving health. Improving health here, it talks about how in this connection, things really got bad for some of you, not all of you. A few of you have felt the negative effects of this relationship on your health itself. So there's been stress, anxiety, depression. I'm seeing right now these words in my mind's eye. These things for some of you have really brought you down, and they've made you try to reevaluate, who you are and where you're headed in this connection, because it seems like this connection doesn't have a direction currently. For some of you, yes, it's going to be about a year from now. Okay? You're still going to get an opportunity, a choice. For others of you, you are still going to get this opportunity and this choice, but you choose to do what it is that's going to be better for you because you have here improving health. Now remember, health is wealth. Health is happiness. Okay? It is very important that this comes first. It is the overall arching theme, which is why the angels have put this as highest priority. You are high priority. Your mind, body, spirit, and your soul make up all that you are. So when you do focus on yourself, try to fix each and every single part of that. Don't just focus on one aspect. There's many parts to you. So try to find those types of pieces of information that can make you feel better, right? It's a matter of your mindset. Right now, some of you have been very, and there's different levels of depression, different levels of stress, but this connection for some of you, it really has drained you. My suggestion is that you don't want to go down that path again. And if a year from now you are receiving this opportunity to make a choice, why not take it? Opportunities are given as branches in your timelines, your respective realities that we're in. Once you choose that branch, that is your life from that moment on. Going forward, you might decide to change that branch to something else. That's a choice. These things are already written out by the celestial beings, by angels. What happens is, when these things are written, we are just the simple actors and actresses playing those parts. However, is it there? Is it fate and destiny? It is. It's right there. You just have to make that choice. So I do recommend, for those of you that have suffered a lot in terms of health-related issues, so many problems that were created because of this individual, even spiritually, if it was feeling different. I've had people that have been absolute, people that are absolute spiritual, even very godly, and yet they fall in love with somebody that's either doing witchcraft or very satanic. And of course they have their own beliefs as well, but they don't resonate together, and sometimes their problems start attacking the person that is more godly in a way. And it's just the balance. You just know, you know what? I just don't resonate with this person. Birds of a feather flock together. Why? Sparrows with sparrows, seagulls with seagulls, right? Pigeons with pigeons. Why? Because they resonate. It's like, yeah, I get you, man. I know you. That's what it is. So you have to find somebody that resonates with you, not somebody that's a complete different individual, because it's just not going to work. There's certain things that work. And I mean literally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Try to find somebody that resonates as much with you, and not simply because of that sexuality card. Because you did have the sexuality card, which is very physical, very highly sexy. But that's not all. It's not always about lust, right? At the end of the day, there's other things out there than just lust. That fades over time too. So I recommend you think about it. Don't rush into anything. Remember, you always, always have a choice. It's up to you. Let me know in the comments below, Sag, has any of this resonated for any of you? I know there was quite a bit of kind of like storylines and different scenarios, but the generic kind of feeling was there in terms of the first cards that I had. For some of you that are interested, I do have a package still open. It's called the Chakra Checkup package. For those of you who are new, I look from a distance remotely. You don't know when I do this, but me and my angel guide do this. I see in your home how many negative energies you have. These are jinns, demons, evil spirits. I tell you how many you have. I teach you how to get rid of it. Around your aura, you have some. I tell you how many, how to get rid of it. And inside of your body, which are your chakra centers. So that particular package, it really helps. In addition to that, the water wellness package as a little extra is always helpful as well. Now, I also have the Holy Light package. If you do not want to get the Chakra Checkup package, you can always get the Holy Light package plus the water wellness. The water wellness is how to teach you how to create holy water. And when you make that holy water, you have this information forever. These are self-help guides. The Chakra Checkup is not. That is me literally sending you a reading and doing a proper reading for you, telling you what you have, what you don't have, how you can fix yourself, things like that. Now, this is all, of course, metaphysical in nature. This is a pseudoscience, but this is something that I've seen. People have felt it. They've seen things happen. So it works. You do it once, you do it twice, you do it 1,000 times, you get the same results. You know there's something happening there that you just can't see, but it's working, right? So take care of yourselves. Health comes first, guys. The angels are concerned. Only do what makes you feel right. Don't bend over backwards to accommodate somebody that may not be 100% there for you. This person wasn't reliable, and that's a problem. You need to have somebody who's reliable. All right, guys. I also wanted to mention regarding any types of negative energies, and so I do have another channel for those of you who are new, Asnointia Audio. The link is below. It is on YouTube. I have some videos related to spiritual connections, as well as relationships, and one of the latest ones I put up was regarding negative energies. What and who are they? How do we deal with them? How do we get rid of them? Things like that. All right then. You all take care. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.